Hey, 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 Angie Rae here with Girl That's Toxic. Hope you're doing well. Like, subscribe, comment. I actually answer your comments. I appreciate you, okay? Let's talk about Love is Blind. Episodes 8 and 9 dropped this week. And before we even get into those episodes and the people who we saw for the past 9 episodes, please do know that someone we didn't get a chance to see on air, her name is Tran Dang. She is suing the production company's Kinetic Content as well as Delirium TV. She is claiming that the person she left with as her fiance, that he allegedly did some things to her that were unacceptable, SA. And yeah, so she is now suing. And, this entire season for me has just been beset with crap. I think this is the worst season. I think this show needs to end. Really, if we stop and think about it, they only got, out of all those people in the pod that we saw, all these men and women, walking around, they really only got 2 people to potentially go to the altar. And I don't think any of them are even going to be married. So remember, they had 3, which I was like, 3? Don't we normally have 4 or 5? But JP decided that he needed to let my friend know that he didn't like all of her makeup. So bye-bye, they left. So now we are left with just a lot of drama, a lot of drama. So we've talked about the allegations that are being made and the lawsuit that's been filed. Now, let's get to, where the heck do I have the nerve to be? Let's get to some other stuff. Let me see. Here it is. Because somebody found the actual lawsuit. You know, those Redditors. And it's just not good. So let's get going. Spoiler alert! Spoiler alert! If you haven't seen episodes 8 and 9, spoiler alert, I'll be talking about them. And by the way, episode 8, Love is a Battlefield. Love is a battlefield. Da 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 da. Okay, and it is a battlefield, and I don't know what to say. Everybody is losing their collective minds. So let's get started here. How I want to do this? We'll have me little bitty. So here's some of the folks. There's Johnie. Now remember, Johnie ended up hooking up with another guy from the pod after they had separated, because initially she was really into Izzy, and then Izzy was like, no, he was into Stacy. So right here, Johnie and Chris, I think they met at the airport, and they seem to be really in love with each other, blah blah blah. This here, Uche, I called him. This is, Miriam calls it masculine toxicity. I'm going to have to go with Miriam. This guy is so toxic. And when he gets drunk, it gets worse. And then there's Lydia. And there's so much to talk about. I mean, I don't even know where to begin. Yes, I do. So let's go. Let's say, let's go here. Because your boy,
us to be on this experiment together.
Hold on. Your boy, Uche, cannot stop talking. And I'm a talker. I'm not going to sit up here and act like I don't talk a lot. But good googly goo, this guy will not let the Lydia situation go. He has made terrible decisions. There was some, you don't even have anyone. You had Aaliyah and you treated her so badly and acted just so narcissistic that, why are you even here? I really, they did this to be messy, to have all the people come back. And all he's doing is going to separate pods, separate areas, and talking about Lydia, and this is just crazy. So here's one of the conversations. But this is not really about Uche. Y'all, listen to Stacy, how she's treating Johnie. I don't like a bully. Do you?
To be on this experiment together.
Is your face okay?
Hold on.
Why did she ask Johnie if her face was okay? She did this. Why are you in her business like that? Just absolutely nasty.
She
Yeah,
blocked.
I mean-
hold on. She blocked my Instagram
Is your face
profile.
okay?
Stacy.
So, Uche is trying to have a conversation that he's had multiple times. We all know your story. No one seems to like you. And in the meantime, Johnie and Chris are sitting down at the other end, and Stacy's at the other end, and then Stacy is kind of egging her, and just bullying. And Uche's trying to get everybody to stop, to listen to him. He never stops talking, says the talker.
Cool.
At what? To be surprised at a reaction.
Can I finish? Can I
Yeah,
finish?
but you're looking at me.
I
was looking at them.
And she came in the first day. I don't know which of you girls she told. She was saying, us to be.
Yeah, Uche, go away, A. He is so toxic. And why is it that the most mature person on this season is a 24-year-old? Milton. What's his name? James Milton Johnson, the 19th? Him. He is the most mature person. The rest of y'all certainly don't need to get married. And everybody needs therapy. And this show, all these little dating shows, they want mess because they should include a sort of therapy component. That needs to be there. And it's not. And that's a problem I have with these shows. But Uche is so nasty, and he could not stop talking about Lydia. And in my opinion, he was pulling Milton to the side to try and convince him. He said, you're going to be disappointed if you go to the altar with her. Don't do it. Just saying all kinds of things. Let me just say this. Milton, watch it again if you haven't seen it. He did not look at Uche. And Uche didn't care. He kept talking. If I was doing that, given that I'm a talker, and someone was not looking at me, I know, oh, close your mouth. This person is not agreeing with what you're saying. And I love that Milton said, he let him say whatever he wanted to say about his fiance. And then, they kind of pounded it out with a fist bump. And he said, good luck, man. I wish you good luck. Yeah. You think it's acceptable to talk about the woman that this man has decided he wants to marry. Whatever your issue is, all your little issues, she knew somehow that I was going to be here. She's into me. She's a stalker. You know what? Milton gets to find that out on his own. We don't need you. All these folks want to talk about somebody else. You know what? He's got wisdom and discernment. If it's not going to work for him, he'll figure that out on his own. And his family, Milton's family ain't playing. Mom, that's the kind of mom I'm talking about right there. Sis, love sis. And Pops was bringing it on too. So we'll see what happens with that little situation. But Uche is probably the worst person I have seen on this show. And I don't mean just season 5. I mean Love is Blind. Seriously, I think they need to go off the air. I'm going to try to keep it moving. So, who's up next? Okay. So, I love that I have this and that the Chiron is in French. Parlez-vous? No, I don't. But check this out. Now I'm off of Uche, okay? And I'm on to Izzy and Stacy because you want to talk toxicity. The two of them are toxic. This entire season has been full of toxic people, probably with the exception of Milton, Aaliyah. I didn't know the young lady, Tran, never got to see her. Johnie doesn't bother me. I mean, my goodness. So check this out. Peep this.
Multiple times. I've never said yes. You told me to fall in love with me multiple times, and I never told you anything back.
So, this is really rude. Izzy and Chris started talking because Izzy says, I just want you to know about Johnie because you remind me of me. Chris is in love with her. You are drunk. And that's another thing. Izzy sounded like this, and so did Uche. Little too much cocktailing going on. The truth comes out, and you can't stop talking. Like, Uche's a talker anyway, but with some alcohol, it's more of a talker. And this guy, Izzy, I'm not a fan. But they are sitting here talking about Johnie like a dog with Stacy joining in on the conversation, and it's just really offensive.
Never asked him.
I asked Stacy to be my girlfriend. If you want to get technical with it, please do not say that
To be
again.
my boyfriend. That never happened.
We can roll the tape.
No, it didn't.
Now, when somebody says we can roll the tape, and I can't remember. I can't remember if that conversation happened about her wanting him to be his boyfriend, and he said that, I think she said 4 times she loved him.
First in the pudding, no one has ill intentions. It's just calling shit for shit.
We're just calling you
I'm
out.
not a straight shooter, honey. That's all.
Look at Stacy and Izzy. I'm just calling SH for SH. Yeah, I'm keeping it real. You are being cruel to people. I mean, what did Johnie really do to you, Stacy?
This is not between us. We're good. I'm just looking out for you. We're good. All four.
I'm just looking out for you. You know what? I don't need you to look out for me. Believe it or not, I can look out for myself. So that's all offensive. Izzy acting like he's got his SH all together. Well, let's see about whether or not he has his SH together. This guy. Y'all, come on. He wants to sit up there and be a bully to Johnie, to a woman, okay? He's bullying her. His girlfriend or fiance, whatever, Stacy is a bully. She's bullying her. None of this feels right, okay? But yet, you're going to be a bully to this woman, and yet we find you crying in a closet. I'm in the closet crying. Really? Oh my goodness, y'all, so whack. So amazingly whack. That's what I think of. I got bad credit, Izzy. So, Izzy thinks, what is it? It's Monday flowers. He thinks that's what's going to keep this woman. This woman, Stacy, like I said before, she comes from money. She may have her own money. I don't know, but she comes from money. And y'all, remember what her dad said? Love is blind. Love also needs to eat. Love needs to have a roof. And sometimes love wants to fly first class. Yes, we do. So he then takes her. He mentions the whole first class thing, Izzy, and takes her on a plane ride in like an old war bomber, whatever. That's not taking her first class. That's taking her on a, okay. This guy, it's just so hard not to feel like some of this is just fraudulent or just, it feels fake or phony. Like Milton's mother said, when was it Milton's mother? Or sister said phony. It was a sister. That was the impression of, I guess, the process. But let's get back to Izzy, because Izzy acting all big time and, man, I'm looking out for you, and being rude to a woman. And then we find out his credit is what? Y'all. Look at this. No, you're going to look at this right here, right now. Y'all. Look how he's packing. He's not even packing his suitcase. She's actually packing, where you fold things up, put them in, maybe even roll it to make a little more room. Are you seriously, dude, this thick? I mean, my goodness. So she's watching him do that, okay, while she begins to have a discussion with him about how she does not trust him. And I guess they went to a gas station, and a credit card came up, and he said to her that he didn't have any credit cards. And he said something about he had credit cards when he was in college and then got rid of them. But, she found out he had to fess up the truth that, there were some issues and blah, blah, blah. And she's like, why didn't you tell me before? Why didn't you tell me ahead of time? And that's an issue. That's a problem. And I can tell you right now, love is great and love is grand, but so many relationships go bye-bye because of finances. Trust me, I can promise you that. I can write the book about it, okay? It's a real thing. So, wow. I don't know what to do. I just don't know what to do with these two. I sincerely believe that she is not going to marry him. So if I got to come back here next week and eat crow, I will. As a matter of fact, I don't even necessarily feel that Milton is going to marry Lydia. There's just, Milton is a no drama kind of guy. And while he appreciates her passion, okay, her enthusiasm, her ability to emote the way she can, it's too emotional. And she's always just getting bent out of, I don't know, she's just always, there's something. And he seems to be a person who is pretty steady Freddy. What you see is what you get. He's always on a high note. You know, he's the kind of person you can't get him down. And I just think he's very close to his family, and I don't think the family's necessarily feeling her. I did find that when Lydia went to see his mom and dad and sister to meet them, when I watched her interact with them, it felt very fake. And, you know, it's always awkward. You and I know it's awkward when you're meeting the family for the first time, especially mom. You know, the last thing I want is for someone's mom to be like sketchy. She's sketchy. So, you know, yes, I have a lot of energy, like she has a lot of energy, but sometimes, you know, you need to bring it down. And she seemed a little phony. I don't know. It wasn't just his sister saying that. I felt the same way. But the sister and the mom, that family, they are very close. And, you know, as Milton points out, you know, they're not an emotional family. So this may seem really great to you now, her being very emotional and being able to discuss her feelings. But I'm starting to see it wear on you a little bit, Milton. And I don't know if I necessarily see him saying yes at the altar. I do believe that his family will have a say, as they should. Whoo, child. Mm, mm, mm. I tell you again, this show, I almost feel like it needs to go off the air. And I'm really disappointed. It's in Houston, a place I know and love very well. And I just don't understand how they filmed this show this season. I really don't. And I have a bit of a problem with it. The bullying needs to be called out and stopped. And I think there needs to be a component that involves therapy, not Vanessa Lachey showing up with the fake, not that, but actual therapy, because it's crazy enough to meet someone the way they met and then instantly become engaged. So, you know, we're going to keep an eye on it next week. But the episode 9 was called Love on the Rocks. Love on the Rocks. Ain't no big surprise. Pour me a drink and I'll tell you some lies. Remember that? They are going to back in the day to give us episode titles from songs. It works so well. All right. See you later, alligator.